Welcome
I
back,
picked
Jimbo.
an interesting time to jump back into the conversation.
You want some titty vodka, my friend?
We're talking about getting juiced.
Nice.
All right. That is it for the gaming news and discussion. We are moving on to the question and answer part of the show. Thank you to everybody that submitted questions while we were sitting here chat-a-lacking. First question comes from Scopes. Would you rather never drink water again or never go swimming again?
Won't I die if I don't drink water? Like, fuck swimming. I kind of want to live.
No, like, I think this question is if you could go your whole life without drinking water because you don't need it, but sacrifice swimming.
Oh, yeah.
That's how I read it.
I'd be cool with that. I would do a lot more hiking if I didn't have to drink water. It's
Okay.
like, dude, I'm going to fucking walk across Death Valley. Everybody's like, okay, whatever.
I don't need water, bitch.
Fucking trampsing across there.
I don't know, man. I like swimming. That's one of the most fun things to do when I go kayaking is you paddle out and you're hot and you're like, all right, I'm going to jump in the river, so you tie off somewhere and go swim for a while. So yeah, it'd be hard for me to do that.
Okay.
And I love beer too. Like, I mean, to give up swimming, that would suck. Plus, I've got a kid. He loves to swim. So I couldn't do that with him anymore. Nah, I couldn't do that. So.
42, before you answer this question, just know that you're still good to swim in pussy. You're not giving that up. So just don't worry about that.
That's a close one. That was going to be an easy answer for me. That was tough. It's like I hate fueling up my car with gas to fucking drive. I hate drinking water because it just doesn't taste good. I'd rather drink other shit. So I'd rather be able to swim than drink water.
I would like to never have to drink water ever again.
Right?
I fucking hate drinking water, dude.
I don't know anybody who's got a fucking pool. So I don't go swimming like ever.
See, I live in Texas, so it's one of the ways we beat the heat in the summertime. It's like you'll go somewhere. Like my mother-in-law has a pool. My sister-in-law lives on the river. And then there's all these rivers around me that I like to go to. So that'd be taking away one of my favorite activities to do in the summertime. So I'd have to say, I get it. And if it wasn't for me living in a hot place, I probably may be on the other end of it, but yeah, I couldn't not swim anymore. That'd be tough.
If I had 3 wishes, it would be, I wish I never would have to drink water again. I wish I would never have to sleep again. And I wish I could have a bigger penis. 3 wishes. Easy. Easy. Next question. This one comes from Mesqua. With the addition of Fortnite game, are kids being introduced to shooting games too soon in their gaming careers / lives?
If their fucking parents let them.
Yep.
It's T for teen for a fucking reason. If you can't handle it, then your fucking parents need to realize that and not let you.
Yeah.
If my mom knew the games I played when I was 12 and 13 years old, she would have fucking killed me. But I'm old enough to where ESRB, that shit wasn't dick back when I was a kid.
Right.
GTA 3 didn't carry, not a fucking worry. But, I mean, if you fucking don't think your kid is mature enough to handle that shit, it is your responsibility, not the gaming side of things.
A little bit of trivia there with the ESRB. Like the game that got the ESRB to come out for games was Mortal Kombat, actually, the original Mortal Kombat. So it's the ESRB's been around a while. However, every kid is different. And I know this as my experience as a teacher and also as a parent means that, yes, there are certain guidelines you should go by about what to let your kid or whoever see or not do. But it's broad strokes. I mean, you can't. Not that same thing that applies to one 8 or 9 year old is not going to apply to the other 8 or 9 year old. And it depends on the situation, with the home life and how the kid is and, yada, yada. But generally speaking, I do think that, yeah, 12, 13, that's probably an appropriate age. You know, I know there's kids younger than that are playing it. And again, depending on their situation, I think it's okay. I think under 10 is probably too young to be playing that game. You know, there's other games that, you know, can be played, I think. But who knows? What do I know?
And they shouldn't be playing it 12 hours a day, 7 days a week either.
Oh,
Right.
of course not. Yeah. Yeah.
You think 42?
I mean, I don't have a kid. I don't really have that. I remember when I went to EB Games once to try and buy a game, and I got told that I was too young and I didn't have my ID on me. I didn't have a parent with me, so I wasn't allowed to buy it, and I was pissed. That's all I have to input on this. I definitely don't think kids too young should be playing that game, but
Something I heard not the other day, but the other week or month, there was some ramblings on Twitter about people being upset that Ninja was no longer swearing on his streams. Whatever you think about that, what the fuck ever. But there was somebody who said, "Man, I'm a parent and I don't like my kid listening to swearing while he's killing other people." I'm like, oh, that's a great fucking point. You're letting your kid watch and play a game where the strict objective is to kill everybody else on the map, but yet you're not okay with them listening to swear words while doing so. I had not thought of that up until I heard
that. Just proves the demographic.
Right. 100%.
Like, if that's Ninja's demographic, it is what it is. It's making them a fuck ton of money, but
I think that agreeing that Fortnite being introduced too young would also mean that I agree with video games have a negative impact on kids and make them worse than they were before. Or the fact that them playing a shooting game makes them want to go out and shoot people, which I don't think is the case. I don't agree with that at all.
Agreeing with it doesn't make you say that, because I think you could agree to say that a 10-year-old or a 12-year-old shouldn't be playing Resident Evil. You know,
But I think that's I think that's a stretch, because Resident Evil is based on horror and gore and shit like nightmares are made of, while Fortnite is just you shoot the person and they disappear. I get what you're saying, but
yeah,
like what's the premise that Fortnite being introduced too young? Is it shouldn't be introduced this young because kids shouldn't be made aware of the addictive nature of video games, or are we saying it shouldn't be introduced this young because it's a shooting game?
I think it's because it's a shooting game.
Right.
I think that's the idea behind it. You know, now the violence in that game is not terrible. It's just, like Hookahos just said in chat, it's really about the gunplay stuff. The kids really need to be doing gunplay like that, realistic. I mean, yes, it's cartoony, but it's...
I mean, I don't know about y'all, but when I was a kid, even when I was 5 or 6 years old, it was cowboys and Indians and fucking cap guns and fucking Nerf
cops
guns
and
out the
robbers.
ass, and we fucked each other up.
Yeah.
And not one fucking time. That might be my naivete fucking speaking through, but not one fucking time during that did I ever think of this as a real gun, and this is something I want to do.
I know, and I think that's the point I was making. I think it's different for every kid. I think for most kids, it's okay by the time they start playing it. For some, they are probably too young and don't need to be playing it. That's all.
I mean, there's definitely some. There's probably some that should never fucking play it.
Yeah.
Their whole fucking lives. So
it's hard to answer this question without really looking at it as that. There just needs to be better parenting involved. You can put it back on the parents. Usually when parents don't like something, as I found out, a lot of times they look to blame something else for the problem that their kids have.
Oh, yes. Especially nowadays. Don't blame the kid. Blame everybody who's ever spoken to him.
Blame the teacher, blame the coach, blame the whoever. Yeah.
It definitely has nothing to do with you drinking your ass off every night or leaving them with a babysitter and a daycare all day, every day, and not spending any quality time with your family, or definitely doesn't have nothing to do with general neglect from his own parents. It's definitely the teacher that sees him 6 hours a day, 5 days a week, twice as much as you do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Suck one.
Agreed.
Fuck.
Just realized we are at the 3-hour mark, so I'll try and get through these a little quickly. Mr. Vansman asks, what is the most pleasant part of your day? What was the most pleasant part of your day?
I got to have coffee with my parents, and I had a nice breakfast.
Ooh, I had a nice breakfast too. That was great. I woke up. My wife let me sleep in, which I don't get ever. And when I woke up, she woke me up, and I could smell bacon cooking.
Oof.
Which we're not big. We're not big. Get up early and make breakfast. I come out, bacon, eggs, pancakes, the whole shit, and it was already ready. Like, I woke up and went right to the table. That's a whole nother level.
Yeah.
I woke up. We dog sitted one of my friend's dogs, so he came by with breakfast tacos this morning. So I had breakfast and then chilled out on the chair in my living room for a while and just watched some TV, and then took a nap. Like, my son let us take a nap, and then I got up, and then he wanted to play some video games, so we played video games. I don't know. I think playing some video games with my son was probably the most enjoyable part of my day, as far as what I got to do today before podcasting. He's getting old enough now to where he can actually handle like a video game controller pretty well, and he's not constantly needing me to help him with stuff, like he's figuring it out now. So it's becoming a lot less frustrating to play video games because I don't have to stop and help him every 10 seconds. So we played Yoshi's Woolly World yesterday on the Wii U.
Ooh.
And then we played Marvel Lego Superheroes 2 today. And both great co-op games to play. And we had a lot of fun.
I had two pleasant parts of the day that were pretty close to each other. One, got an Amazon package that had my new work lunch bag and coffee thermos and coffee cup. I found this brand called Arctic, which is basically just like a cheaper version of Yeti. Mm-hmm. And I got myself is that Arctic or Yeti?
I'm the asshole that I couldn't find the Arctic handle, so I bought the Yeti handle, but it's a $15 Arctic cup.
Nice. Yeah, my 12-ounce coffee cup was $9.99, and my 20-ounce cup or tumbler or whatever was $16.99.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
So I got those. I'm super excited about that. And then Weenie and I took a nice drive in the beautiful weather up to Billy Sims' barbecue place here. We got some pulled pork sandwiches with some potato salad and some mac and cheese. Posted a picture in the food and health. Oh, contradictory. But it was super fucking good. I haven't had the pulled pork sandwiches from there in a really long time, and it was really, really good. Next question. This one comes. Swag was asking about why Salty wasn't wearing a hat, but he's wearing a hat now. Next question from Zonger. What do you think about Microsoft possibly buying GitHub?
Isn't GitHub like a download service?
Yeah, it's where like a lot of people who are open source enthusiasts build like third-party tools and upload them there.
A lot of coders.
Yep.
Okay.
Coders, programmers, DIYers.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter to me because I don't really use that site. So yeah.
I don't really have a opinion on it.
I don't use GitHub. I've never, and I used to do a shitload of coding. I just don't. I don't see the point unless, like, I am the kind of stubborn asshole where I will literally torture in order to figure something out before I just post to the random internets to come help me.
I downloaded a couple of Skyrim VR mods off of GitHub from people who have made mods for it, and if they make it difficult for me to do that, God damn it, I'll be pissed.
They will.
Being a streamer, I've used GitHub a lot. It's where I've gotten webcam tools, OBS plugins. Most recently, I've gotten VR stuff from GitHub. I use GitHub a lot. I don't use it so much as a sharing and discussion platform, but I use it to download a shit ton of stuff. Next question. This one comes from Scopes. Any opinions on trailer for Battlefield 5? We touched on that. Also from Scopes, do you expect the Black Ops 4 Battle Royale mode to work well or at all?
I mean, it's not that complicated. I don't think anybody's going to play it if that's what you're asking, but it'll probably work okay.
It'll gain a little bit of hype for a couple weeks, and then after a while it'll die off. Can't see them overtaking Fortnite by any means.
No.
I think it's going to do well. One of the reasons I think it's going to do well is because Dr. Disrespect, being a huge Call of Duty fan with the Call of Duty career background, think he's probably going to be one of the people that pilots that game. And the fact that he's going to be playing it is going to be the reason that a lot of other people are playing it. I think a AAA developing company behind a Battle Royale game is probably a good thing. I think they have the chance to set a standard that none of the other companies have quite yet.
Wait a minute. Isn't Epic Games a AAA company?
Maybe.
Aren't they the people that made I have to okay, I'm gonna do my research real quick and see what games they've made.
I don't know. When I think, because I don't think Epic has been around and done as many big titles as some of the other AAA.
I don't think they make the games. They just make the fucking. I mean, they had a bunch of games back in the day, but they mainly are there specifically for the fucking engine.
Yeah,
mainly.
Yeah. Well, they're the engine for a lot of games.
Yeah.
Unreal Engine. That's what Ark's built off of too.
Yeah. There's a lot of games built on.
This is probably their Willy Wonka golden ticket into that realm, but I probably wouldn't consider them a AAA publisher / developer.
Yeah, I mean, Unreal Tournament is probably the only thing worth a fuck that they ever made.
Yeah, Gears of War. That was the one I was thinking of.
But did they make it or did they?
I think they published it.
I was about to say, I think they just built that on the engine.
Yeah, but that's another big one. I mean, that's a pretty big series.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
anyway,
the Unreal
Gears
Engine
of War
is
Battle Royale,
fucking amazing because that's what they made Arkham Knight on. The new Street Fighter games made on it. I mean, the engine itself, that part of the company, yes, they're top of the fucking line. But as far as actual game design and manufacturing, Fortnite's about it.
Right. The most not Unreal. Who made Quake? Who's the company behind Quake?
ID Software?
Maybe. Did that die? That new game?
Yeah, I saw some esports about it recently, and I was like, "Oh fuck, that game's still alive! I forgot."
ID Software, you are correct.
Yeah.
Steam charts. Actually, I don't think Quake was on Steam. I think they had their own launcher.
Yeah, they did.
I had a lot of fun playing Quake when the beta was out.
I did too, and now that you mention it, I might actually have to look into that.
I might give it a shot. It is not a game you can stream and pay attention to chat because it's just go nonstop. But I had a good time with it. Okay, next question. When is the Crocs LAN party with Cruz's addendum? When is the normal LAN party? I've had little thoughts in my head about doing some sort of community meetup. I don't think it'll happen this summer, but I might think about planning something next summer where it'll be a online friend / Twitch community meetup where, you know, everybody can just come in, rent a cheap, shitty hotel, and we just plan things to do. I'm sure gaming will happen, but I've done LAN parties where everybody brings or rents computers and we all play in the same room. And while it's awesome, we all play games with each other all the time. And when you get together, it's more about just spending time with each other, getting to know each other on a personable level, going out, doing things. So possibly not this summer, but next summer, I'm sort of thinking of doing some sort of meetup where we can all just get together, go to a baseball game, hang out at Dave and Buster's, get drunk and play some video games with each other.
That's what we said last time we came up.
Watch a bunch of
Dave and Buster's on the way there and back every day, and I was like, we should have been over there.
Yeah. We went for Weenie's birthday last year, and it was fucking awesome. So I'm totally down to go again. Also, we should do some whirly ball.
Fireball.
Oh, fireball and whirly ball? Let's go.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
You look confused, Salty.
I don't know what whirly ball is.
Whirly ball is you are in a picture, you're on a basketball court, and you're in a golf cart that you have to steer with one hand. The other hand is a scoop, and you have to scoop up the ball and shoot it in a basketball hoop. It's like 5v5. It's fucking awesome.
In a golf cart?
No, go-kart. Did I say golf cart?
Yeah, you said golf cart.
Oh, sorry. Miniature go-kart that has like a metal steering wheel with a rod. So you're spinning it left and right in order to turn. And it's one ball, two hoops, and you have to scoop up the ball and score. It's pretty fucking fun.
It sounds fun.
So yeah, possibly next summer. We'll see. Can you help me with my Microsoft Outlook installation? Absolutely fucking not. Outlook is an abomination. I see that there's questions in chat right now. Because we're at the 3 hour mark, I unfortunately am just going to have to call it there. I apologize.